playing West Hills. I'm Micky Dale along with George Grijalva, and it's always a pleasure calling games with you, George. Friday night nights are back.
I don't know how many years, but every one of them has been a blast. I love to watch the fans work.
So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting game tonight. It's your first chance to see it.
This is blue on blue.
You've got
this is
every 5 yards, it's like a North Carolina blue, I want to call that, and then a deeper, darker blue, like a Boise State blue, actually, is the other. And so it's a two-tone blue stadium, or field, I should say. The Wolfpack won the toss. They elected to kick off to open up the game. They'll be kicking from the west to the east. We still have still bright sunlight with us here. And for those of you who are wondering as far as the weather, because I know it's going to get a little wet tomorrow in the valley, we had just a couple of spittles of rain on the way up. That was it. We did see some lightning, though, and the clouds look pretty wicked from the mountains.
It's gorgeous. It was gorgeous. Right now they even look mean over to the east.
They do. When you look to the east over the lagunas, they look very mean. But where we're at right now, beautiful temperature, about 80 degrees, slight breeze out of the west, and West Hills will use that on this opening kickoff. It's the fifth meeting between the schools, and it's all even at 2-2. The Tigers opened last season with a solid 21-3 victory over the Wolfpack in Imperial. You remember that, as Seth Shaw did pretty well.
Oh, he did well. Yeah, did well. I was proud of that boy.
12-yard touchdown run, a 1-yard touchdown run. Do you remember the third touchdown?
Was it an interception that we almost fell?
He stole the fumble, remember?
Oh, that's right.
They got down to the 4-yard line. He stole it and ran 96 yards for the touchdown.
And he almost fell down for his legs for giving that up.
And he's playing at Adams State in Colorado. We'll tell you a bit more about that, as he and Zach Gray and Aiden Shields are all playing for Adams State. And so we'll tell you a little bit about how they are doing as the course of this game rolls on. The Tigers will have deep to receive on the near side of the field, Jimmy Dorame. And I'll have to get the binoculars to see the other side.
Looks like 26.
Starts with a 2.
I believe it's a 2-6
or 2-8.
I think it's Andres Castro.
Okay, all right. It's 2-8. And kicking off will be, he looks like Christian Slokowski is the kicker. Left-footed soccer-style kicker to go all the way back to the 3-yard line. And that's where it'll be brought out, get up to the 20 to 21-yard line by Andres Castro, and that's where the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Tigers in all white uniforms with their red helmets, and the Wolfpack are in looks to be a dark, like a black, not even a dark blue, but black uniforms with a silver helmet on this two-tone blue field here at West Hills, when Santana High School was the only high school in Santee for years and years and years, and split off, and West Hills became the second high school, and they're out on the west side of Santee. And starting off at quarterback for the Tigers will be Jaden Ayala, junior at 6'1" and 165. We saw him play a little bit last year as a sophomore, and he did quite well.
He did well. He's got a sling on him.
Julian Jimenez will be to his right side. He'll have 2 wide receivers going to the right, 1 to the left. And you'll hear the name Gio Robles quite a bit. He's wide right. Start this game out. Tigers take the snap. We'll hand it off up the middle, get a couple of yards, and then dropped, as the Menace will not get very far at all before he's brought down. It'll be a 2nd down and 8.
Stop by number 2. I don't have him on the roster. I don't think you have him either.
In Chambers. Some of these on this side work. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And when I found that they were all different, I started putting them over here. So you could go up until 9. 7 is Jacob Sininger, and then Jason DeWitt's number 8, and then it kind of changes over. The roster we got was completely wrong, and so we had to kind of formulate one our own. Take the handoff, going to dump it off on the far side. Going to complete it to Jared Nixon, and Nixon will be pushed out of bounds right around the 30. Should have enough yardage for the first down, but we are moving him now. It'll be an 8-yard and a first down for the Tigers.
Yeah, he fumbled the snap after he right at his feet, and he's able to toss it out to Jared Nixon for a first down. We expect big things from Jared this year.
Oh, yeah, and he was a great target last year.
He's grown up and grown bigger, they said, for this year. All season.
8-yarder on that, 1st and 10 for the Tigers from their own 30-yard line. Take the handoff, throw to the middle, going to complete it out across the 35-yard line to the 37-yard line, completing it.
Joel?
Yeah, Campos, yeah. Now, we did have him through Max Press as number 33, but it's showing as 36. We'll
Oh, that was Colin Diaz that puts the hit on him.
It's going to be a gain of about 8 yards on the play. A second down and 2 coming up from the 38. Like those 8 yards on a first down, right?
Yeah.
Big, nice handoff up the middle and a big hole, and we'll get the first down. Is Julian Jimenez, and he'll get out to about the 41-yard line. A first down after a gain of 3.
Big number 53 started up that hole. Tristan Ayo. A-I-U.
Yep, Ayo.
Yeah, he had a big hole there.
Yeah, he did. Line. We'll try to get those linemen to change the name of it. It's a big line.
Yeah, it's a
man,
big line.
They had a huge hole for him on the right side.
I don't know if we've ever had a line this big before.
Got to remember back to when Royce Freeman was running behind a pretty big line.
Yeah.
It's probably been that long since we've had one that large or bigger. Tigers are kind of break it up a little. They have a running back over the right tackle, and then the running back next to quarterback Ayala, and he'll get the call over the middle, and he'll get tripped up, and we're to the line of scrimmage. Gain. It's going to be Ethan Reeves.
Ethan Reeves.
Down on 10.
He put on some... Aiden Chambers again, the stop for the Wolfpack. We've got him with 2 tackles for the night already.
And it'll be a second down and 10 for the Tigers from their own 41-yard line. Opening drive of this ball game in West Hills, and West Hills will jump offside. Tiger offense did not move at all, so it's going to be a 5 yards. They get it.
I think that. Yep. I missed that from a couple of years ago. Remember how many times in third or fourth and short, and they would do that and draw them outside. We didn't do it last year.
It takes good discipline, and that's exactly what it showed.
So I think Shields stayed in.
Split out to the right will be Jaden Wilson to the near side. And going to the far side will be Jared Nixon. In the slot will be Gio Robles. The accomplice, I think, too. Back to pass. Going to dump it off. Going to complete it to Robles. Near the 50-yard line. Breaks the tackle there down to the 45 into enemy territory. We'll get down to the West Hills 41 before being stopped. And another first down for the Tigers.
Jared Nixon came back to slow the defensive back down and was able to help Gio break it out to the outside. They're already back under center here.
13-yard gain on that one. You hear a lot of Gio Robles. He's an outstanding athlete. Galloway and about up the middle. Good hole again. Wants him powering his way.
Still going.
Breaks it open. He's at the 30, the 25, 20, to the 10, and it's going to be dragged down a yard short. He's gone out of bounds at the 2-yard line. But a first and goal for the Tigers. A run of 39. Ethan Reeves. Wow.
His legs are huge compared to last year. And they said, the coaches were saying, he put on a lot of muscle over the
Broke some tackles on that one, and a 360 run on that, too, twisting around. So first and goal for the Tigers from the 2-yard line of the Wolfpack. And Reeves will stay in the backfield. Yeah, he is. He's big.
Look how big he is.
He is big. Next to Ayala on his right side. Line has been open. Holes. Hand out to Reeves up the middle. He'll push his way. Push. Puts the foot all over the line. Down Tigers. Great by Reeves. Just reaching out with the football across the goal line and getting the 2-yard touchdown run, and the Tigers are up 6-0.
Yeah, he went as far as he could. They couldn't move anymore, and he stretched it out over the end zone.
His first career rushing touchdown.
Ooh.
He carried the ball last year.
Great start.
Yeah, what a great start for the Tigers.
So happy for Ethan. Good kid. Great kid.
Grandson of Wesley.
Wesley Reeves. I was just going to say that.
Extra points going to be hooked in through and good by Joel Robles. And with 7:33 to go in this first quarter of play, it's the Tigers 7 and West Hills 0.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
8-play drive for the Tigers, and it's an 80-yarder. We like those.
Yeah,
those all these years. We like those 80-yard drives. And a 2-yard run by Ethan Reeves, extra point by Ayala is good.
There we go. Getting ready to kick. Great start right about the 7-yard line.
And it's going to be brought out to the 25, then dropped right there at the 25-yard line, and that's where West Hills will take over 1st and 10. Drive used up 4 minutes and 38 seconds.
Great coverage by the Tiger kickoff team. Brought down, number 4 was brought down by number 55, Esquives, Danny Esquives. And we got Max in the front line, defensive front line, then Max Alvarez, Jose Apodaca, and looks like Levi Mincher on the far side. That's tackle.
West Hills will also go from a shotgun. High snap, fakes the jet sweep and carrying it himself out across the 30-yard line, and then will be stopped at the 30. I believe it's Colin Dill, who was most of their offense in last year's game at Imperial.
Oh, yeah.
Now a junior. Well, no, it's not Colin.
Oh, that wasn't Colin that carried?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, he's going in right now.
Yeah, he's going in now.
Oh, we sure had some 2 guys in the backfield, though.
And it was Joseph Hamilton who carried the ball.
Oh, okay. Still getting used to these new numbers. I think it's number 8 that made the stop, or 18. I cannot make it up. Darren Romo, that's who it was. Number 8. 18, I'm sorry.
Scott Colin Dill at quarterback. And fakes the handoff. Going to roll it off to the left side. Gets hit behind the line of scrimmage, but then carries a couple of players out to about the 33. It'll be a gain of a couple. But a 3rd down now, and a couple coming up for the Wolfpack.
One of the players lost his helmet back here. It looked like Ethan hit him.
So a gain of 6 on that one.
Hey, Max Alvarez, first tackle of the year. Big things out of this kid. Had a great junior year. Now he's back for his senior year. Oh, I didn't see a flag, but they called that.
It's going to be a big foul personal foul against the Tigers.
Yeah, Ethan hit him so hard his helmet went flying about 15 yards.
Didn't see what the call was, but a 15-yard penalty against the Tigers, their first of the season, and it gives a first down for West Hills, and it brings it all the way out to the 48-yard line.
They must be using a blue flag because I didn't see anything. I kept looking for a flag.
Just all of a sudden, they're marching it back big time.
So 16 went in it, going under center. I don't see Dill out there. Oh, he's right here.
Yeah,
he's right here by the water.
He goes in after every play, apparently.
But he was their team last year.
Yep. And Hamilton's going to carry himself after faking up the middle, and he's going to get no gain at all.
This is all the front line. The front line is doing this for the Tigers. Ethan Reeves got him with his first tackle of the night for no gain, right back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, coaches are very talking highly about this front line on the O line and the D line.
And Hamilton will stay in at quarterback. Yeah, Dill last year as a sophomore was impressive. I think he did 92 yards rushing for the Wolfpack, and he was pretty much their offense.
Yeah, we couldn't bring him down.
Yeah, he just kept slashing his way through. But Josh Hamilton is the quarterback. Joseph Hamilton, is the quarterback. Has a man in motion, and will fake it or run it to the left side. He's going to get hit behind the line of scrimmage, dragged down for a loss of a yard, coming up big time on defense.
J.J. Jimenez. Almost got away from him. J.J. was able to hold on to that jersey.
Bring it back to the 46 of getting a loss of a couple of yards on that one.
That's why they're doing this. Quarterback, keeper, one way or the other.
Yeah, just fake it and
fake
then
up the middle and run.
So Hamilton now 3 carries, 0 yards net. And a 2-yard gain and a 2-yard loss. And no gain on the other. So 3rd down and 12. The Wolfpack has the ball on their own 46-yard line on the dark side.
Oh, the blue. That's good. I like that. That's dark side of the blue.
Back to pass Hamilton. Going to throw a short one to the right side. Going to complete it to the 45. Fumble. The Tigers are going to recover. Tigers are going to come up with the fumbled ball. And coming up with it for Imperial is Darian Romo.
Darian Romo, 28.
Right.
28 is the one that Bozen is the one that knocked it loose. Yeah, Bozen got beat, and he was able to recoup and then stick his arm out and knock it out of the receiver's hand. So 3 or 4 Tigers, or any of them could have picked that up.
It was the first completion and goes to Syndicated, but then it goes for -1 and a fumble. Wow. So the Tigers will have the ball, great field position at the West Hills 47-yard line and leading the ball game 7-0 with 4:07 to go in the first quarter.
Like number 6 is running back for the Tigers. Get you a name right now. Jimmy Duran.
Back to pass. Robles to the left side. Gio's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. Will continue to fight his way to get past the line of scrimmage, but not quite a yard, I don't believe.
About a 1.
Give him a yard?
Yeah, I'll just give him a yard. Yeah.
We'll give him a yard just for you.
2 feet and probably 10 inches. That's close enough for me.
Close enough.
He fought for that.
Yeah, he did.
You got to give it to
him. And a hard hit coming up from
the
3, too.
So I think it was number 3 that hit him hard.
Second catch for 14 yards for Robles in the ball game. Tigers now with 30 yards of passing. 3 receivers will go to the right side this time for the Tigers. And up the middle.
No, it's a pass out to Nixon.
Some players running different directions.
Yeah.
Is going to be completed to Jared Nixon, is it? At the 30?
Yeah, it was Jared Nixon.
Okay, so Jared will get it.
Gain of about 7?
Yeah, it's going to go to the 39-yard line, so 7-yard gain. And third down and a couple coming up.
Finally cooling off here.
Yeah, it feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it feels real good.
After, what was it you say yesterday, 114 or something?
Yeah, it was miserable.
George was scaring all the West Hills people. It was 114 yesterday. Yeah. On my car coming back from Bakersfield, it was 117 as we came into India. And up the middle to Reeves. He'll be close to his first down, but I don't believe he'll get it. And then gets hand tackled by 3, and he'll be a yard short. It'll be a 4th down and 1 for the Tigers. Too far for a field goal, so we're going to have to go for it, I think. The 38-yard line. Jill playing on defense was in on tackle. Playing safety spot.
Who?
Jill.
Oh, no, yes, Jill's a safety. But he's not the quarterback, so I'm okay with it.
No, but coming in to make a hit like that. He played so well at quarterback last year, and yet this year he's playing on defense. And timeout on the field with 2:44 to go in the first quarter. Tigers 7, Wolfpack 0.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m., serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburgers. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
And they're not biting this time. And the Tigers will call timeout again. So the Tigers will use 2 quick timeouts. 2:44 to go. First quarter, 7-0 Imperial.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IBC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the City College in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. There are 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Ayala comes up from being in the shotgun position, takes it under center, and then powers his way for the first down to the 34-yard line, a gain of 4 and first down for Imperial.
Did you see that, Wall?
Yes, and then Reese pushing from behind. That helps.
Ooh.
Yep. Good call, though, from Coach David Shaw to come up with that one. That was nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Not sure when or if we've seen that in the last, where they come up from the shotgun and quickly run up after you're not able to draw the defense, and they go up under center, take a quick snap, get a great push, as you said, from the front line, and gets 4 yards. Right, Jaden Wilson, right, left along with Nixon, the accomplice in the middle. And it's going to be dumped off to Robles. He'll catch it, and then he'll dive his way across the 30-yard line to about the 28, a 6-yard gain, and a second down of 4.
Good job. He juked with 3 players, and then he still went another 3 yards.
He's just a sophomore.
Yeah, you should
have seen the play like a sophomore.
You should have seen him in the basket.
It floats across the court. It really does.
Effort.
He didn't that time. He kind of stood up straight.
He's standing straight up.
Yep. Big gain of a yard. Third down and 3 from the 27.
Good job by number 32 for the Wolves.
Picking up a little bit. You might hear it in the background.
Yeah.
Coming out of the west.
Yeah.
Sun's starting to set. Beautiful night for football, though. Cool.
Nancy. Gentry.
Okay. Down and 3 from the 27. Over towards him a little bit in the end zone, just a little bit.
I bet he thought the wind was going to knock that down a little bit more than it did.
He just rifled out there.
He did.
Good arm.
Threw it up.
First incompletion, 7 passes, though. For 43 yards. Yalla's look very good so far in this ball game, but now faces a 4th down and 2 from the 27-yard line. Now they're trying to get the home crowd fired up a little bit. Tigers will come out with 3 wide receivers to the right side, the white side of the field. Reeves will stay in the back. Jared Nix alone. Fake the handoff, but Yalla's going to try to get it, but you didn't fake anybody. And coming up with a great job on defense was Jason DeWitt. Will get the tackle back at the 33-yard line. And West
didn't fight on anything, and he stayed there waiting for him to come to.
Good job.
Yeah.
Got to give him credit for that one for sure. So West Hills will have the 33-yard line, stop the Tigers from getting into the end zone as they did on their first drive and leading it by a score of 7-0. Joseph Hamilton has been at quarterback, and he is replaced. Almost like number 5. It's a 5 or 6. Alistair Ayersman, a senior quarterback, is now in. Gets the snap, hands off up the middle, puts the head down, gets out across the 35-yard line to the 36. And the ball carrier for West Hills is Diego Calderon.
I got Danny Esquives and Levi Mentor somebody on the tackle for the Tigers. And he carried them about a yard and a half, 2 yards. They hit him right about the line of scrimmage. What is number 5? I'm sorry. You were right.
It'll be a gain of 3. Second down and 7 from the 36. First carry of the game for Diego Calderon, and that'll be the end of this first quarter play. Quick first quarter. Score, Tiger 7, West Hills 0.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending players to special training. Through their fundraising efforts, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They are always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
We talk about the temperatures being so nice. I looked back last year in the opening game between these two teams in Imperial, 113 to kickoff. What a difference. It's going to be right now probably 75 degrees and a breeze coming out of the west, making it feel a little bit cooler. Very, very nice night for football.
Gorgeous. It is gorgeous.
So going left to right now, heading toward the sunset that we had, and a quick pitch to the left side to Caden Chambers. Chambers going to string it out and will dive to about the 39-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 3. But
Hold on. There's a flag.
Oh, they are using yellow flag.
Yeah, it is a yellow flag. I just seen the flag.
Yeah,
Back
to the 35-yard line is probably going to be a hold, I'm thinking. I don't know. We'll call Jonathan.
No, he threw him down. That wasn't just a hold. He swung him around.
We tease with Jonathan on that. We spoke to him this afternoon. His son Caleb has a birthday today. So
happy birthday, Caleb.
He is enjoying going to school at Meade Unified School District. Meade, Kansas.
Long way from here.
And
what is that?
I'm not sure what that is. It was a hold.
Yeah.
But then helmet to helmet, maybe?
Okay.
I don't know. It's going to be a 10-yard. We're going to bring it back to the 20-yard line. And so we keep it at second down. And let's see, 23 yards to go.
Trying to block this wind from hitting the mic.
Yeah,
that's all I hear.
Wind's starting to kick up a little bit out of the west. Back to pass and completing it at the 25-yard line. Not much gain on. Well, it's going to be a 5-yard.
5-yard, yeah.
But they got a long way to go to make up for that hole, and it's going to be completed to Trevor Briseno.
And Eddie Martinez, first nut tackle of the year for the Tigers.
And about 18 to go, looks like. So gain of 5.
I don't want to say that I'm getting old, but I coached his dad when he played varsity baseball.
Well, you've been old if you're coaching.
Probably about 10 years. So I coached his dad and his uncle Vic.
Oh, okay.
Victor Martinez.
That's 21.
I don't know what else to do about that win.
Yeah, not much you can do about it sometimes. The handoff's going to go up to the middle.
22.
And a little bit of yardage will get it out to about the, going to stack him up. They're going to say at the 29-yard line is as far as Briseno or Calderon is going to go. And so it will be a 4th down and long go at the line.
They're in Romo. And Max Alvarez confirmed for the Tigers. Stop number 22. At about 4th and 14. About?
Yeah, about that.
This win.
It is, yeah. There's not much you can do about it. This punt's going to go into the wind, too, and that's going to be a tough one.
And who's back?
And deep to receive for the Tigers, Joe Robles.
Get away. Yep,
they're going to let that one bounce around. That Tiger's going to pick it up at midfield, and we'll actually get some yardage out of it. Kind of a scary deal like that, but picking it up and getting some positive yardage out of that.
Eddie Martinez.
Martinez?
Yeah. Yeah, that's like the knuckleball that floated right by him, and it bounced once, and
He had already picked it up, though.
Yeah,
he didn't waste time when he picked it up and moved his way forward.
Short.
So the Tigers going to be in great field position at the 43-yard line for West Hills. Yeah, there's not much you can do about it.
Yeah, I can turn into it and put my shoulder right here. I'll get a cramp in my neck here pretty soon.
That's what I've been struggling with, is cramps lately. Peggy says you're not getting enough water. You got to get so. Got some Gatorade by me, Peg, so don't worry.
It's got to be all those miles you guys put on that car.
Put on a lot of miles. We put on 3,500 miles in the last 2 weeks, going up within 5 miles of Canada last Sunday.
That's got to be something.
It was beautiful up there. Really nice.
Never been past Sacramento.
Really?
Never. Here we go. I heard a whistle.
Timeout. And a timeout. 9:46 to go in the first half of play. Tigers 7, Wolfpack 0.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4444. Your takeout.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Howe in El Centro.
Tigers are the first and 10. Big to hand out, back to pass Ayala. Going to go the middle, has a receiver open, overthrows via Campos. He's wide open.
I'll fight him.
Yep.
No, he's going to hate that when he's seen this on the replay.
Yep. Right over the middle, wide open, just a little overthrown. Well, he's got the wind behind his back, and he may not have
adjusted for that yet.
Right.
So this is the same play that Joel Villacampos scored on last week. I got to see that replay. Exactly that play right there, all by himself, just like he did right there.
So it's a second down and 10 from the West Hills 43. Ayala will stay in the shotgun. Goes back to pass. Sets up. Going to throw over to the far side to Robles and just over his head.
He got behind the defenders.
15-yard line, and it'll be a third down and 10 for the Tigers.
Got to take some water out of that pistol. Just too much pressure. Robles was able to get behind the safety in the PBA.
After completing his first 6 in a row, that's 3 incompletions in a row for Jaden Ayala. So 6 of 9, 43 yards. That will stay in the shotgun. He'll have Reeves to his right side. Robles and Villacampos will split to the left along with Jared Nixon. Back to pass again is Ayala. It'll look downfield, the far side, goes in and off the hands. It's in a receiver, Jaden Wilson. And the Tigers will have a fourth down and 10 from the 43 of West Hills.
They're on him. Coaches are on him. He's overthrowing everything.
Yep. Kind of floating out there.
No, yeah, that was a good read.
Yep.
He had him.
So the Tigers are going to go for it from the West Hills 43-yard line and the wind to their back. Kind of first big play for the Tigers. If they're not successful, West Hills holds them after a first and 10 from their own 43. So that's what West Hills is thinking. Tigers are thinking to get the first down. Y'all will have Reeves in the backfield with him to the right side. We'll go back to pass. Sets up. It'll look deep as Robles way over his head. Incomplete. And the Tigers will have to punt it. Got to go for it out.
Got to adjust. That was J.J. Jimenez back there. They had a good block for Ayala.
That's 5 incompletions in a row for Ayala. Looked very sharp early in the game, and then all of a sudden,
he's got some pop on it. He's just overthrowing it.
Yeah,
got to adjust for that wind.
Yep.
It looks like we have the same lineup for the Tigers on defensive side. And Ethan and Darian Romo linebackers. Danny Esquivel, I got to remember that one, 55. The pickleball player. And J.J. Jimenez on this side.
Hamilton's going to go under center for West Hills. Going to hand it off up the middle. Nothing there. Tigers just pounce on the running back in that, and that is Jason DeWitt.
Yeah, Campos had that red all the way.
It'll be a loss of a yard on the play. It'll be a second down and 11 from the West Hills 42-yard line.
It almost looked like Joel dove over somebody to make the tackle. They had that red the whole time.
We're back in all black. Blue trim, silver numbers, and silver helmets. Colin Dill, who was the quarterback last year, is going to be in a slot right. Hamilton, the quarterback, going to roll out to his right, looks downfield. Has nowhere to go. Gets hit by one Tiger, but gets away.
Fumble. Nope.
The fumble? Over. Oh, or is it? Via Campos picked it up, but I think his arm went forward.
Yeah, it went forward.
I believe that's an incomplete pass. Tigers were thinking ball hit the ground. You got to get on it.
It's a good thing. They reacted
well.
Right.
No, you're right.
But I was still waiting for the ref. It took them a while to call that.
Right to hear a whistle. You're right. Third down and 11 from the 42. Hamilton 1 of 2 for -1 in the game for West Hills. See, they've got a net of 5 yards on offense in the game.
This is what we were worried a bit about, the defense.
Yeah, sunset on that pretty. Wow. Lots of orange in there. I like my sunsets. It's one thing Peg and I like looking at, is finding sunsets and taking pictures of them.
Yeah.
Third down and 11 from the 42 for West Hills. Going left to right into the sunset here in Santee.
Timeout.
It's going to be a timeout out of the field with 8:32 to go in the first half. Tigers 7 and the Wolfpack 0.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do. Dan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Dan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Dan's Auto Body thank you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
So third down and 11 for West Hills from their own 42-yard line. Tigers will try to get a stop right here and make the punt into the wind again. It's a big play early in this game. Man goes in motion is Dill. Takes the handoff, rolling out to his right. Hamilton get a pass that could have completed. It's going to be a short gain, if anything at all. And coming up with the catch is Calderon. And it will be a gain of 3, fourth down and 9. Now it's a punt.
Nothing there. J.J. Jimenez was there, right on his hip. I'll tell you what, that front line for the Tigers getting a good push. Mincher, Apodaca, Max Alvarez, great job up front.
With a fourth down and 9 from the 42, West Hills lines up a punt.
Robles back to receive. I think he's a little too far back. Oh, what's his thing?
Fumbled snap, going to get the punt off, and it won't be too bad at all, really. Going into the wind, Robles will come up and catch it at 38. Will run out of bounds at the 47-yard line. So the Tigers will have the ball first and 10 at their own 47.
That was brave.
Yeah, those are kind of scary. But, you know, he makes it look so easy that you and I would go, man, that's scary. But to him, I'm sure he's feeling.
We run on our heels. That's why.
Oh, you know what?
He's so
true.
He is so smooth.
And early in the season, Frankenstein run too.
Yeah. And we would cramp in and we're just trying to move to get the ball.
Sometimes we cramp when we talk. First and 10 Tigers from their own 47-yard line, leading West Hills 7-0 in the opening game of this 2023 season. You're listening to all the action, as you will throughout this year, on KXORadio.com and on YouTube channel. Make the handoff. Going to dump it off to Robles. He'll catch the ball, get to right at midfield. It'll be a gain of 3, second down and 7.
Dill and Ayao. combined for the tackle. Tell you who we got up front here. We got Jordan Malik on the front line. At center is Jose Apodaca. Left tackle, Ethan Aguirre Fierro. And I'll get you the other one right now.
Second down and 7 from the 50. Lee Elder checking in from Talmadge, Ohio.
Hey, Lee.
Lee checking in, our Eastern Time Zone representative. Back to pass Ayala. Gets away from one. Penalty flag goes down. We may have a hold for the Tigers. And Ayala will actually get positive yardage of a couple of yards, but I think a hold's going to bring that one back. Check on the referee.
Good coverage by the DB. So we'll back.
Still waiting for the call, but expecting FA hold against Imperial. Early score, Holtville 8, Southwest 0. That's in the first quarter. Thank you, Peg, saying we sound great. And Kyla's checked in.
Hey, Kyla.
She's now in Middleton, Idaho. It's a small town outside of Meridian, which is west of Boise.
Okay.
And two of our nephews live in the same city of Middleton. It's only a city of 10,000, but they moved over from Washington into Middleton.
Okay. Awesome.
And up the middle and getting a little bit of yardage on this will be Julian Jimenez. Yeah, JJ will get a few yards on this.
On the other left tackle is Max Alvarez. That's the one I couldn't catch. That's some beef. We have some beef finally on that front line.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. Hold stuff down here.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. I figured it out with the clipboard. I'll block it with the clipboard. 6:05 to go in the second quarter. Tigers 7, Wolfpack nothing.
We have third down and 14.
I like this right here, Mick. One-on-one with Nixon.
Timeout Tigers. 43, timeout by the Tigers with 5:50 to go in the first half. Tigers 7, Wolfpack 0.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m., serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburgers. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
I was saying that Jonathan's son, Caleb, has got a birthday today. They're listening in back in Kansas.
Awesome. Happy birthday, Caleb. Overthrown.
It overthrows and then caught by the Tigers, who comes up with tipping as well. Man on the move and picks up the first down all the way down to the 35-yard line of West Hills.
The bad thing is he overthrew it again. But Jill was able to just beat it up, and then Joel went right under.
18-yarder. That's going to be the longest by the Tigers tonight. And it was a tipped pass. 64 yards in passing for the Tigers. Also, our grandson Sam is listening back in Meade. And Sam plays football for the Buffaloes back in Meade, along with Caleb. And Peter's playing junior high with the Meade Buffaloes. And I was going to go up the middle, getting a little bit of yardage is J.J. Menes. It's going to be down to about the... going to be a yard gain. They're going to put it to 34. So second down and 9.
And are they the same colors as Kansas State?
Yes, they are.
Oh,
They're purple and silver.
I love that color. I wouldn't want it on this field here, but it's a pretty.
Oh, man. It'd be Technicolor, wouldn't it? Not sure we'd be able to handle that. Jonathan remembers. Came up with me in 2014, I think we were up here. And the first look is like, whoa.
I sure would love to hear you. I would love to hear you two together again.
Maybe one day we can do that again. Jonathan did such a good job with it.
Yeah. I still remember that game when you guys were on the rope in Yuma. that storm came in, that lightning storm.
Man, was it ever bad.
He did a great job with the interviews in the locker room.
Yeah, we had to fill up a lot of time because we didn't know if we were going to play the second half, which we didn't.
Somebody jumped. I don't know if it was us or them. Oh.
And it's going to go against the Tigers. Another penalty against Imperial. Second one on this drive.
We got Ethan in the backfield. Nixon coming wide to the left along with Gio Robles.
It'll be a 2nd and 14. He'll bring it back to the 39-yard line.
Nixon in motion.
Nixon in motion. Ayala will go back to pass. Fake, then throws deep.
Overthrow.
As Robles, and just off his fingertips to the 15-yard line.
Come on, son. You've got to adjust.
And it'll make a 3rd and 14 from the 39. Yeah, just a little bit off.
And the coaches are on him.
The receivers are getting open. They're doing their job.
Yeah.
It's just the passes aren't getting there.
Yeah, Gio, every time. Gio's been behind the DBs. He's just not getting the ball to him.
So 3rd down and 14 from the 39-yard line for the Tigers, leading the ball game by a score of 7-0. Reeves goes to the sideline. And coming into the backfield, first time we see him in, there's Jimmy Durame is in there now. Actually, we saw him already in the game at running back, and he'll get the call for the left side. Tries to turn the corner. It's going to be a stop, though, at the 38 after a gain of a yard, and the Tigers now facing a 4th and 13 from the 38. Nothing there.
Nope. That took a while to develop there. And it looks like they're going to go for it. Coming back in. Ayala coming back in after getting the play from Coach Shaw.
Well, you figure if you punted it with the wind to your back, if I go in the end zone, you get the ball at the 20, so you're only getting 18 yards out of it, so might as well go for it. And the defense has been spot on already tonight. Hasn't given much up, so I say let's go for it, too.
Judge bring number 4 in motion this way. Oh, I think that's what they're doing.
Grijalva's in motion. Fake the handoff back to pass. He's wide open and overthrows it.
Come on.
Grijalva's is wide open over the middle and overthrowed, and the Tigers will turn the ball over on that.
Coach pointing right at him. That's you.
Yeah, like I said, when you have the receivers getting open, they're doing their job.
Yep.
Just not getting the ball to them.
No. Nobody with Joel.
He's got to get a little touch on it.
I think he's got to put some air under that, no?
Yeah. Well, on some...
the opportunity to make it happen himself instead of trying to pinpoint the pass.
Yep.
Oh, how cute all these flag football kids.
Yeah, cute. And it does remind me of Sam and Caleb and Peter just not too many years ago. We would get photographs of them coming out of Meade back in Kansas. So 1st and 10 West Hills, they'll be on their own 38-yard line. 3:12 remaining in the first half. Tigers leading 7-0. Hat off the middle, nothing there. And again, a couple of yards will be made on it on a good second effort. And it's going to be called a Roan, the ball carrier.
Ethan Reeves, one of the Tigers in on the tackle, and let's see, Aaron Arispe. First time calling his name, Arispe. Tongue twister.
Just a little. So 2nd and 8 from the 40-yard line for West Hills. Harrison going to pitch it around Colin Dill around the right side, and Colin was going to get out close to midfield.
Got it. First down.
And it will be at the 50-yard line on the first down. Nice 10-yard gain.
He had about 3 blockers ahead of him, and Romo went right through them all and pushed them out of bounds hard.
Tough runner. And when we looked on the Max Preps and got the roster, he was not on it. Why is he not on it? He's a good athlete. But the roster was not the correct roster.
Yeah. But I wonder why he's not a QB.
I don't know.
Unless he wasn't the QB last year.
Maybe, and they put him as a sophomore, and maybe they had no other quarterback.
Yeah.
Right. He stays in the backfield. But Ayersman's going to be the quarterback of note with Calderon to his right side, and Dill will slot left. And out Calderon, left side, going to be stopped for a loss. He'll be running into a wall at the 38-yard line. It'll be a second down and 12. West Hills.
I don't know who to give that one to. There's like 6 Tigers on him. I'm going to give it to Apodaka because he's excited.
Okay.
I'd love to see him get excited.
You like to see it.
That 285-pound cheerleader. I love that.
Yep. So second down at 12 for West Hills. Wind is causing me issues up here on the top of the booth.
Paper won't stay still.
Back to pass Ayersman. Going to throw it to the near side. Going to complete the pass to the line of scrimmage, making a couple of good moves and getting across midfield to the 47-yard line is Tyler Oberg. And it will be a gain of about 5, but a third down and 7 coming up.
And we had him for a loss. There were 2 Tigers that he danced around, and Ethan finally brought him down after gaining 3. I'll tell you, the defense is looking good.
Yes, they are.
Everywhere. They are everywhere. This guy did a good job to dance around the 2 tacklers, but we look good.
It's a big third down now, and 7 from the Tiger 47-yard line. And Colin Dill at quarterback. Goes out to his left. We've got some motion. First. Throws it incomplete, goes in and off the hands of Calderon, and it will be a 4th down and 7 from the 48.
Oh, I think Villacampos thought he had that one fixed. He was running before he had the ball.
The 4th.
Punting coming, huh?
That's the 4th quarterback to throw a pass tonight.
Ooh.
For West Hills in the first half.
That was good coverage on Joel.
It was.
Great coverage.
Looked like some movement, though, looks like.
No, it looked like they moved early.
They had a couple of guys move. Yeah. No harm, no foul. They'll have to punt once again. Skolchowski will go ahead and be punting.
We don't have anybody back?
No. We're going to let this one bounce. It's going to go into the wind, and it's a stiff wind out of the west. And it's going to roll. It's going to hit at the 22 and roll all the way back to the 23.
He should have just grabbed it.
Wind just kind of let that one go. So the Tigers will have the ball with 38 seconds to go in this first half of play with a 7-0 lead.
Halfback pass right now. Halfback pass.
That would be an interesting one.
You send him in motion, pitch it out to him. That brings the DBs up, and then you throw opposite or across the field. Gio can throw 70 yards in the air.
That could be a play.
Yeah, probably 80 with his win.
Sure, we're going to have, yeah.
Send him in motion right now.
Gio has played quarterback in his younger days, although we haven't seen it at the high school level. But he is in the backfield. Although they're just going to take a knee.
Oh,
they're pretty tight.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
And he'll stay in there just to make sure. So Ayala's going to take the snap and take a knee. And the Tigers will let this clock run down, and that will be the end of this first half of play. Solid one for the Tigers. They scored on their first drive, and then had trouble moving the ball after that. So Coach David Shaw will take it to the end zone, and we'll talk to them and see how they come out in this second half. The halftime score, the Imperial Tigers 7, the West Hills Wolfpack 0, and we'll have the stats for you and more coming up in just a moment.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu. Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. There are 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Halftime score here in West Hills in Santee. It's the Imperial Tigers 7, the West Hills Wolfpack 0. And the Tigers scored, as we mentioned, on their first drive of the ball game. And that was on an 8-play drive, 80 yards, and capped by a 2-yard run from Ethan Reeves, his first rushing touchdown of his varsity career. Extra point was good by, Robles, and the Tigers led 7-0 with 7:32 to go in the first quarter, a drive that took 4 minutes and 38 seconds. The key on that drive, too, though, was Reeves on that 39-yard run.
Yeah.
That was nice.
That was nice. I thought we were going to see that all first quarter. Nope. Just happened that one.
At that 39 yards, he has 41 in the ball game, and outside of that, 5 yards on 2 carries for Andres Castro. Jay Nayala, 2 carries, minus 2 net yards. And J.J. Menes, 2 carries for 4 yards. And then Durrani has 1 carry for 1 yard. So the Tigers net rushing, 46, 44, 45, 49 yards. That's it, the first half. And most of that was on that first drive. And let there be light. Thank you, because it's hard to see this. Jaden Ayala completed his first 6 passes for 43 yards, but just 2 others after that. One of those was a big 18-yarder to Elvia Campos, and one that was tipped on a pass to Gio Robles, and he caught it for 18 yards. So the Tigers have 64 yards passing, 49 rushing, so 103 yards or 113 yards in offensive yardage. Villacampos has 2 catches for 26 yards. Jared Nixon, 2 receptions for 15 yards. Gio Robles, 2 catches for 19. And 1 3-yard catch by Jaden, that is number 5. Oh, so that's another one, too. 3. So actually, Gio Robles has 3 receptions, and it totals 17 yards. So 113 yards, though, in offense for the Tigers. For West Hills, though, they have really struggled to move the football. They're led by Colin Dill, 2 carries for 16 yards. There's Diego Calderon, 3 carries for 2 yards. DeWitt minus 2 on 1 carry. Joseph Hamilton, 3 carries for a net of 0. And Alistair Ayersman, 1 carry for 5 yards. So 21 yards of offense rushing, and they have completed just 2 passes for a net of minus 4. So the Tigers' defense has really come out to play, and we'll take a look at those stats if you want to get those ready for us. Working with a new computer, so it wants to change around with me at times. We have coming up next. Go to the top. Yep.
Start the day off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4444. Your takeout.
Halftime score here in West Santee. The West Hills Wolfpack trailing the Imperial Tigers 7-0, and the Tigers still on a shutout right now, looking great on defense.
Oh, they look good on defense. Yeah. They look so good, and that's what we were worried about talking to the coaching staff is because we're very young. We lost all our linebackers and defensive back and safety. Went on to play college ball, and these guys are looking good.
Yeah, they haven't given up hardly any yardage at all. Not 20 yards net yardage for West Hills in this whole first half, and a shutout.
The front line is doing a heck of a job, I'm telling you. And that's all they talked about is the front line that we're going to have.
That's what head coach David Shaw says. Look, he's going to be their lines, and they're big up front for the Tigers, and it's going to be fun to watch this year.
So we had all our linebackers with 2 tackles, J.J. Jimenez, Ethan Reed, Darren Romo, all with 2, and then we have on the line Danny Esquives with 2, and Max Alvarez. Left tackle also with 2. And then 1 each from Levi Mincher, Aaron Alispe. Joel Campos came up with 1, and little Eddie Martinez rounding it out for the Tigers. So came up with 1 tackle.
If you hear some cheering in the background, we're not keeping the game away from you. It's a flag football game with youngsters out on the field right now. Big crowd here for West Hills tonight, and they're getting all excited watching the kids out there playing on the field, and a good group of people come out from Imperial as well, as we always travel well wherever we go.
Probably 150 people there.
Yep, and so it's always good to see that. The junior varsity, big win tonight.
I didn't see the final.
49-7.
Is that what I remember 41-7?
And the Tiger freshman team played last night and won, I believe it was 20-6. Let me look at my phone. Because my former work partner at the Highway Patrol sent me the picture last night of the final scores. Her son, Brian, Matthew Sawyer, is on the freshman team and played throughout the game last night. Final score was 20-6 over West Hills. So
20-6.
Yeah, 20-6 for the freshman team.
You'll be sleeping all weekend, and don't forget that, Mom.
Oh, yeah. Leoder is saying that with the wind, the quarterback needs to throw line drives, minimize the arch. And, by the way, 51 degrees in Talmadge, Ohio.
Send some this way.
I think he might have. It's starting to get chilly here, isn't it?
No, to the valley. I won't be here. They're okay.
Thanks for checking in with us, Lee. And I hope it's not cutting out anymore. I know you said it was earlier in the game, but hopefully we've got those things figured out. And we've got some scores for you involving other schools in the Valley, and we will have those coming up in just a moment. Halftime score, Tigers 7, Wolfpack 0.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending players to special training. Through their fundraising efforts, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They are always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Back at West Hills High School on the west side of Santee, we've Imperial Tigers leading the Wolfpack 7-0. Other scores we have of local schools. We thank Kurt Huffman for coming through with the scores for us again. Last report, Central and Santa Fe Christian 7-7 in the second quarter. It's Vincent Memorial 9, Monte Vista 0 in the second quarter. And at the half, the Hopeville Vikings and the Southwest Eagles 8-0 Vikings.
Okay.
We're going to see that Vikings team next week in Hopeville.
In Hopeville, yeah.
Former big rivalry.
Yeah. Oh, we had some good times.
It's funny because I was thinking of that score last night that the freshman team had in beating West Hills 20-6, and I was thinking of the freshman games that we played. You and I were on that team. There's only one game that I remember the score. Well, actually two. We lost to Kofa when I think we should have won. We called the same play 3 times down the goal line, and I wish we would have done something different, but we ended up losing them 16-14, but beating Hopeville 34-6 as freshmen. I just thought that was a big deal. So I always remember that, and it was such a huge rivalry between Imperial and Hopeville back then. Yeah.
Oh, I did not like people from Hopeville.
And isn't it funny then? Go ahead.
Green is not allowed in my house. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, you didn't even want to associate it. But then once you got out of high school.
Oh, we were best friends.
Oh, yeah. I bowl with Richie Samaha every Thursday night. Didn't get a chance to talk to him last night. He was a few lanes away from me. But we have a great time talking about stuff and, and baseball.
Angulo, CERN.
Right. And Paul CERN, I was talking to him. Oh, actually, I was talking when we were up in Washington. Everybody's a Mariners fan. If you're up in Seattle, everybody's a Mariners fan. And my nephew, Raju, loves watching the Mariners, and I told him that Paul Cerno was from Hopeville and played for the Mariners at shortstop many moons ago. And I said he wasn't known for home runs, but I think he hit 3 career home runs with the Mariners.
He sure did.
Yeah. So
2 years. 2 years with the Mariners.
Talked about him with Raju this week.
Yeah. Paul and I played in the Mexican League.
Okay.
1979. Okay. We down in Sonora. So I'm throwing batting practice one afternoon. We have a new shortstop there, and I said, I stopped and I said, Paul, is that you? My name's not Paul, it's Raul Ramirez. He was playing in Azusa.
Oh, he couldn't give it. It's right, because he's playing
He was a professional now.
Right, he couldn't accept any money, so he had to go with a different name.
He got caught, He's a big name in Mexico. Big name.
He is a good ball player.
Great ball player. 500 balls a day he wanted to hit on him.
Hit to him?
Yes. 500. He wouldn't let us take a break.
Makes you a great player.
Yeah.
More.
And then look where he got him.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Not me. I ran my 10 miles and I went home.
Each month? Totaled up.
Yeah. I was a pitcher down there, 10 miles a day.
Oh, yeah, you got to get the running in. That's the legs. That's one thing that Nolan Ryan, you'd watch him when he wasn't playing, when he wasn't pitching, and watch him run. He was strong legs. As a pitcher, you got to do that.
Scotty Hartsock was like that.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. And Rick Monano.
Yeah.
As a pitcher, he also really strong legs.
I think Trish mentioned something about Alan's birthday the other day.
Alan's birthday was last week.
Yeah.
Week 4 last week.
Alan folks.
Yep, he's back in North Carolina.
I'm going to have to get back on Facebook. I try not to get on there. It'll take it up too much of my time. I said,
He says he's now hit his Medicare age. He didn't say the number, but he said he's hit his Medicare age.
It's one above us.
I know. It's not like we can laugh much. Our next one, we hit Medicare age. So, Alan was.
I'm so happy for you that you finally got to retire.
Yep.
Enjoy yourself. Go on your road trips.
Oh, boy, did I ever this summer. I was home for a half a day, I think, in the last month. Back in Indiana, running around watching sprint car races for a month and for 2 weeks with Dean Mills and the Flow Racing crew and meeting all kinds of people and that, and then went up to visit first our middle son, Tommy, and his wife, and 4 of our grandchildren in Rogue River, which there is a Rogue River, but there's a city called Rogue River.
Oh, okay.
And it's between Medford and Grants Pass. It's in a beautiful little valley that is there. And we stayed there for a few days, and then we headed up to Redmond, Oregon. Now, there's Redmond, Washington, too, and that's where Peggy's sister lives, is in Redmond, Washington, but one of her older brothers has a condo that was in Redmond, Oregon, right outside of Bend. So we went there for a few days, and then we went on straight up to see a former Imperial High School teacher, who also happens to be Peggy's sister, Kathy Francis. So we went up to see Kathy and her husband, Steve Francis, up near Kxo, Cachess. We thought it was Catches, but no, it's Kxo, and that's how you say it there. So it's on the Kxo River, and a beautiful area up there just outside of Yakima. And then we went to the east and to the north of Mount Rainier, which is just a gorgeous mountain, and saw it. And on the way up to Peggy's sister, Donna, and her husband, Mike, and their families are up in that area. So we stayed around there for a few days. And on Sunday, went up to see her aunt, who is an IAHS alumna from 1955, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Her Aunt Rowena lives up in Lyndon, Washington, which is about 5 miles south of Canada. So last Sunday we were near Canada, and in a few days we were near Mexico. So
yeah,
kind of the whole West Coast. And so it was delightful. We put a lot of miles on the car and on ourselves, but loved every minute of it.
So happy for you.
We were glad to be able
you could do that.
Yeah.
And then did you ever tell Lee how to pronounce Howden?
Oh yeah,
Howden.
Yeah, your fellow Ohioan.
Yeah.
And Lee will know who I'm talking about. And it's the wild child from World of Outlaws fame, Jack Howdenshield.
Howdenshield.
Yeah, he's been called Howdenchild. He's a wild child. But I interviewed him in Terre Haute many moons ago, and I said, I need to know how you pronounce your last name because I've heard it both ways. And he paused like he wanted to make sure he said it right. And he said, well, technically it's Howdenshield. And I said, okay, I'll go with that.
Yeah.
So he was Howdenshield from now on, and his son Sheldon races in the World of Outlaws now with an Us Energy drink number 17 and does a very good job as well. And
I love sprint cars, like I told you. Once you see one in person, how can you not love it?
Oh, yeah. And what a racing family that is when you date, Jack Howdenshield married Patty Sweeney, whose brother Mike Sweeney raced sprint cars many times in Imperial. And Mike and Patty's father and Susie's father, Max Sweeney, also raced sprint cars in Imperial back on the half mile long ago. But, yeah, those families are all intertwined, and Vern Sweeney's a cousin to them and races sprint cars now. And so,
well, then the other one you were telling me, Brad Sweet.
Oh, Brad Sweet, yeah.
Brad Sweet being married to.
Right. Brad Sweet, who's a 3-time World Outlaws champion, his sister is married to Kyle Larson, who races in NASCAR, the former NASCAR champion. And now, when he races on dirt, he's the man to beat.
Oh, he is bad.
He is unreal.
He doesn't look like a big boy.
He's not. He's very slight looking, but, man, you get him into a race car.
Oh, no,
he's like an animal.
Rico Abreu.
Yeah, Rico. He's just special. Love Rico. Yeah. Everybody loves Rico.
Yeah, they do.
The Wolfpack have gotten back onto the field and are setting up to receive the ball here in the second half. Tigers will be kicking off from the west with the wind to their back to open up the second half of play. And kicking off for the Tigers, Joel Robles. Just his second kickoff of the night. First coming out. Man, he boots it right through the end zone. Left-footed kicker. It reminded me of Santiago. De La Torre. Yeah.
He was fun to watch.
Oh, I had to look it up at how many touchbacks he had in his career. He's the all-time leader in touchbacks in Imperial High School, and it was just, for a while, it looked like it was just automatic. He's going to kick through the end zone, and the other team's going to get at the 20-yard line. And that's exactly what West Hills will open up the second half with their backs to the wall against the wind from their own 20-yard line. First and 10.
Yeah, everything looks the same up front. Levi Mincher, Jordan Malik. And I believe that is Julian Rosales. Oh, no, 53.
Four different quarterbacks have thrown the ball for West Hills in the first half. It's going to be Ayersman. He'll throw it out to the near side. Ooh, in and off the hands of the intended receiver. And that was a good pass. That was one that was right there.
I was right in line with that. That was right there.
It was dropped by Caden Chambers. And it will be a second down and 10. And the wind starting kickups.
I'm not going to appear with this clipboard. So then when linebackers, we got Darren Romo, Ethan Ramos, Joel Villacampos, and J.J. Jimenez. You can see the RDB number 28 is Bo's in. I wonder if that's Matt's son.
Yes, it is. It's Matt's son. Larry and Betty's in. Spearhead the quarterback club as their grandson. Snap back to Ayersman. Throws out to the near side as a receiver. Going to make the catch this time is Chambers. And Chambers will get across the 25-yard line. Still in his feet to the 29. Good second and third effort by Chambers. And they'll be about a yard short of the first down. Or they can be about a yard short. 3rd down and 1.
He carried JJ a few yards. JJ was trying to strip the ball. I think they found something, though. Little quick hitter to the out to the flat.
The last time we were here, the Tigers had a 7-0 lead at the half and ended up dropping at 21-7. So make sure that doesn't happen this time. When you hand off, get the first down, pops to the outside to the 32-yard line for a gain of a couple is Calderon, and it's a first down for West Hills.
Bo's in. With another tackle for the Tigers. Oh, he didn't gain anything. I thought he gained a couple.
Yeah, he did. He was from the 30. Oh, they put first one at the 32. So
yeah.
All right, so it's going to be 0, and they'll make that 11-yard gain on the pass. No gain for Calderon. And it'll be a 3rd down and 10. I haven't looked through a chain link fence here as we're on top of the press box. 3rd and 10 from the 32. Ayersman still a quarterback. Marks out signals to both sides of the field. Has Dill in motion, who gets the pitcher on the left side. Turns upfield. Dives out to the 40. Make the 38-yard line for the first down. No, not quite the first down. Be the 38 and be about 4 short. And it'll be a 2nd down and 4 from the 38 after a 6-yard gain.
I think that was 1st and 10. It is now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 4, yeah. 2nd and 4. So we're going to give him a 6-yard gain.
Or 2nd and 4.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed something.
He got the pitch, but he was way deep when he did, so he had to run quite a ways just to get back to the line of scrimmage, and then got the 6 yards. So it probably looked more like a 10-yard run, but it's only net of 6. See how far back he goes? And if they hand off up the middle to Calderon, then he'll get nowhere this time as the Tiger defense is all over him swarming, and it'll be a 3rd down and 4 from the 38.
Denny Gives on the tackle for the Tigers, number 3 for the night. And Levi Mincher.
You're going to hear his name.
And he's only a sophomore.
You're going to hear his name a lot in the years to come. He is a big, strong young man and just a sophomore. 6'2" and 225, and he is stout.
Yeah. And he did well in the shot put as a freshman. He's Pastor Matt Mincher's son.
Right. From the First Baptist Church in Imperial.
Yep.
9 minutes to go, first half. Tigers still leading at 7-0, and West Hills with a 3rd down and 4 from their own 38-yard line.
Oh, that's a tight offense here.
Ayersman will be under center. Takes the handoff, rolls out to his right. Looks downfield, has a receiver, and is going to complete it at the Tiger 43-yard line. Ran out of bounds immediately, but the reception's going to go to Kyler Oberg, and a first down for West Hills.
Well, you can see that coming for half an hour.
Yep.
He just outran number 1, Brandon Phoenix. Finally brought him down, but not so.
20-yarder.
20 yards.
Their longest pass play of the ball game. And they set up with a 1st and 10 at the Tiger 42. And up the middle, not going to bite on that one. Tigers are going to smother him and drop him for no gain at all. It'll be a 2nd down and 10. Calderon on the carry. He's just not finding anything.
No.
That's his.
Ethan was there to stop him.
Carried 6 times tonight, 2 2-yarders. That's been it. The rest of them he's been stopped for no gain. So 2nd down and 10 from the Tiger 42.
Now, you know, that nose tackle Apogaka was in the backfield just out of his reach, and Ethan was right behind him, though. Oh, my sister Elsa and brother-in-law Bill are listening in from Oceanside.
Good. Elsa, nice to hear from you.
Thank you for listening in.
Yeah. So 2nd down and 10 from the 42-yard line for West Hills at the Imperial 42. And they'll go from the shotgun this time and back to pass to Ayersman. Looks over the middle.
Ooh,
Got to
nice
complete it. Good first down pass to the 22-yard line, and this one will go to Chambers. No, it's going to go to Oberg again. So Oberg will get another one on the pass play. And it will go for another 20-yard gain. So two
Pretty
20-yarders.
Yeah. Oh, Bozeman was right there, just out of his reach.
Nice tight spiral. So two 20-yarders in the second half for West Hills, and they had about 20 yards or less than 20 yards in the whole first half combined. Yeah. Got 40 on two of the passes to Oberg from Ayersman, and it's a 1st and 10 at the Tiger 22. Dill will come out way wide to the right side. Oberg to the left side. Man goes in motion. And off, penalty flag goes down. Looks like it might have been some motion inside on West Hills, perhaps.
It looked like Darren Romo was going to blitz.
You're going to call this against the Tigers. I didn't see it from the referee. Did you see it?
I was behind the back.
Yeah, I was looking away also.
He put the hand down, then went behind his head.
Wow, West Hills. Like I said, just 2 years ago when the last time the Tigers were here, they had a 7-0 halftime lead. And then West Hills stormed back after the half. Casey Ash, 13th year here as head coach with the Wolfpack. And maybe those halftime speeches he works on are working as they move right on down the field.
Yeah, Ethan's talking to the ref because he acted like he was going on the blitz. And he stopped on the line. And
another penalty flag. Tigers going to move. That's going to give them a first down.
I don't know how you can move. You're right on top of the ball.
Yep. That's the one that always hurt.
Yeah.
It's like you're looking at the football. You don't move until the football moves.
And nose is right on the ball.
So 1st and 10 now from the 12-yard line for West Hills, trailing the Tigers 7-0 with 6:11 to go in this third quarter of play. And West Hills going against the wind, which the Tigers will have to do in the fourth quarter.
Might be better for us, though.
That could.
It's possible. That wind sure didn't help us.
Ayersman will go into center. Calderon, the lone running back behind him. Dill will go to the slot left and goes in motion to the right. Gets the pitch.
Oh, good blocking.
Out to the right side. Looks downfield the pass, and Dill will pull it up and go in for the touchdown. Colin Dill, great job of faking the pass into the end zone. Ducks his head and goes in, and the Wolfpack are within a point of tying the ball game.
Darren was there, and then he tripped on his own, and he cut it right up the field. That Gil's got some speed. Great job by the Wolfpack coaching staff. They found something, and they're exploiting it.
And the extra point attempt will be coming up. That'll be Slajowski with the extra point attempt.
Oh, so says, thanks for the shout-out. Now we'll change the channel. That's a good one. I have to love her, though. She's my sister. Yeah. Unwritten rule.
Left-footed kicker. Ball goes up. And it goes zooming through. 5:41 to go in the third quarter. They're all tied up. Tigers 7, Wolfpack 7.
Off right with your favorite drink from Brickhouse Coffee, next door to Brickhouse Deli at the Lisa Tucker Center in Imperial. Brickhouse Coffee has so many drinks to choose from. Hot drinks, blended drinks, or cold drinks, including the best tea in the valley with different flavors. Open daily with a convenient drive-thru. And next door, Brickhouse Deli with big, bold, fresh flavor. The Valley's premier deli, serving breakfast and lunch. So come visit them both at the Lisa Tucker Center on West Ayton Road in Imperial.
Drive for West Hills, 9 plays, 80 yards, used 6 minutes and 19 seconds off the clock, and capped by the 12-yard run by Colin Dill, and the extra point by Christian Slokowski. It's a 7-7 ball game. Just like that.
Just like
Tigers'
that.
lead is gone, just like that.
They couldn't do anything against the Tigers first half, and now marks are right down the field.
Yep. Mark of a good team that can do that.
That's it.
That can do it. So let's see how the Tigers respond to that. First time they have trailed tonight, and for that matter, this season, as this is the opener. See how they respond to going down for the first time. The score now 7-7. We have to think about bringing a light.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
Yeah, we're going to be indoors, I think, next week at Hopeville. We usually get inside the booth there. But
Jimmy Dorame back deep. Short kick, number 12.
And it will return it out across the 35-yard line to the 37. And Peggy corrects me, it's the Natchez River. And Natchez with an N, I think I said with a C maybe. The Natchez were Kathy Francis, who was an English teacher at Imperial High School for many, many years. She helped organize the commencement exercises when people were graduating. She usually did that as well. And so it was great going up there and seeing it. Thank you for correcting me on that, Peggy.
Pastor Steve?
Yeah, Pastor Steve.
Pastor Steve, that's what I
surprising we talked about racing the whole time. Up there. What a surprise, huh? Because he loves racing, too. So the Tigers now tied up, 7-7. New ball game. Ayala quarterback. Snap, headed off up the middle. Jimenez will get out to about the 41-yard line, and that'll be a gain of 3, second down and 7.
Trying to get a number here, number 46. Don't have a linebacker or no start for the Wolfpack. With the tackle. KJ in the backfield. Get the handoff.
And off over the right side, and he'll get close to a first down. Be a yard short out to the 47, so the Tigers with a third down and 1.
They've been deal.
So a ground and pound shown by the Tigers.
That's what they're doing right now. Jimenez and Dill sure hit hard. Good thing they both got up. Here we go, hand up again. Off the right tackle.
And get a first down across midfield out to the 40, just on the West Hills side of the 50-yard line. But we good for 3 yards and a first down. Tigers showing some offense on the ground, just punching it.
Well, this is what I expected. When they were talking about that line being so big, that they were going to exploit that. Been all passing.
So showing some success on the ground. Tigers starting this drive on their own 38-yard line now at midfield, or actually at the 49-yard line. We'll give them an extra yard on that and give them 4 instead of 3.
Be nice to come back and answer that TD.
Yes, indeed.
By the Wolfpack.
Each team came into this game 2-2 against each other. So this is the rubber match of the 5-game series. Back to pass. Ayala going to complete on the far side. Jared Nixon. Jared fights off one tackler, but can't get the second and third. But we'll get to the 40-yard line of West Hills. Be good for a 9-yard gain and a second and 1 coming up.
Oh, that's shorter than that. They brought it back?
Yeah, they brought it back a little bit. It's going to be second down and 2. And they'll mark it at the 41.
He must have stepped out because he was still battling, getting close to the yard marker there. They brought it back. So he probably stepped out. So JJ still in the backfield. Nixon and Robles off to the left.
Yeah, nice sharp pass that time by Ayala. Handoff's going to go up the middle. Jimenez get the first down and then some. JJ will get inside the 35-yard line to the 34, gain of 7 and a first down. Nice.
That's what I like. Apodaca, the center, is down here at the 30-yard line. From the 40, he's still pushing this guy back.
That's what you like to see.
Yeah, I like that.
All the way through.
And then he comes up with a little high step.
24 yards on 6 carries for Jimenez. And a first down. Tigers at the West Hills 34-yard line. Again, yeah, as you mentioned, the line is just doing a tremendous job up front on the runs. And off to Jimenez, and this time he'll be hit behind the line of scrimmage, but he'll still get, well, it looked like he had a yard gain, but the other referee's moving it for the yard gain. It'll be a second down now and 9 from the 33.
So they're following Jordan Malik and Fierro, Ethan Aguirre Fierro. Off to the right, guard and tackle.
Second and 9, Jimenez stays in the lineup. Villalobos will go wide to the right. Nixon will go wide left. And in the slot, Jaden Wilson. Make the handoff. Ayala's got to carry it himself, and he runs into a wall and also brought down from behind. And there'll be no gain on the play. And and it will be a
a
third down and 9 from the 33. And a player down on the field. 2:02 to go in the third quarter of play. It's the Tigers 7 and the Wolfpack 7.
For over 60 years, the Imperial Quarterback Club has supported all sports teams at Imperial High School. The money they raise goes a long way keeping our kids busy with school activities. Members are parents and community people who care and want to donate their time. If you would like to become a member, please call Betty or Larry Zinn at 760-355-1312. That's 355-1312. The Quarterback Club wishes the Imperial Tigers a great season. Go Tigers!
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. There are 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Tristan Gilbert IU is the injured player for West Hills, but you can hear the cheering in the background as he will go off the field under his own power.
So there's another IU. Two of them.
So it'll be a third down and 9 for the Tigers from the West Hills 33-yard line. Yala will stay in at quarterback position. He'll be in the shotgun with Jimenez to his right side. Gio Robles back in the lineup for the Tigers. He'll go split out wide right. Reeves stays in the lineup as tight left. And then Jared Nixon will come wide left. Back to pass Ayala. Pump fake. Pumps again. Looks up the middle. Tries to run. Not going to get very far. Get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard. They'll give him a yard. It'll be a 4th down and 8 from the 32.
He's looking out to Nixon, but Nixon didn't look like he was trying to get open. I thought maybe it was designed to do that.
So Yala runs to the sideline, gets the play call. Reeves will go to the sideline now. Robles will stay in along with Nixon at wide receiver positions. And Ayala quarterback. We'll have Wilson split out to the left side. Menes stays in at running back. Snap, rolling out to the right is Ayala. Looks downfield, and throws it way over the intended receiver, Gio Robles. 5 yards out of bounds. Yeah, that's, wow.
No, that's on him. That one you don't blame on nobody else.
No. Way
He has to make the adjustment.
So with 56 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Oh, really?
Yep. West Hills has the ball 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line.
And they were moving the ball so well on the ground.
Yep.
Went away from that.
Interesting.
Okay.
On that. I got to stand up a minute, too. So 1st and 10 for West Hills. Here's a minute quarterback. Hands the first back through is Calderon, and he'll get a couple of yards. Actually give him 3 yards out to the 36. And there will be a 2nd down and 7.
Darian Romo and Mincher again. I think we're going to hear that all year.
I think you're right. 3-yard gain for Calderon. That's his longest of the night.
Got number 74 in there, Sergio Lopez at nose guard.
2nd down and 7 from the West Hills 36-yard line. Probably the last play of this third quarter. Man goes in motion. Chambers back to pass. Ayersman will throw it, tips off the hands. Kind of a high pass for Oberg to try to bring down and will fall incomplete. And they had the incompletion to mark me wrong that it wasn't the last play of the third quarter.
Oh.
Do they?
Let me go talk to this timekeeper. I don't want to make... No, I don't want you to look bad.
I thought they were going to run it again. I'll get one more running play, and it'll be into the quarter. Instead, they pass incomplete and have maybe one or two plays, 11 seconds to go in the third quarter.
So one thing I want to mention, Eastbay, quarterback took 2 steps and threw the ball. Eastbay was right in his face when he got rid of it.
That was quick. Yeah.
That big boy moved in.
Yep. Hamilton comes back in at quarterback, and will go into the shotgun formation for West Hills, and he'll go rolling out to his left, looking downfield, passes it, get it completed to Calderon, a missed tackle by the Tigers. Calderon's off to the races. He gets across midfield to the 45 to the 40, still in his speed. Finally going to get dragged out of bounds inside the 40-yard line of the Tigers. Bunch of missed tackles on that one.
Yeah, Campos had him here, and he tripped on his own. A good thing that he might have hyperextended his knee, but he looks like he's okay. But Campos had him. Campos had him right there.
Down to from the West Hills 36 to the Tiger 36, a gain of 28, and that's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Imperial 7, West Hills 7.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending players to special training. Through their fundraising efforts, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They are always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
The West Hills cheerleaders are standing on boxes, which we've seen that in the past, but I don't remember ever seeing lights.
Lights on this.
Isn't that cool? They're all different. We got a Dallas Cowboy star over here. We got Spider-Man over here. Kind of cool. Calderon will get the carry on the right side. He's going way wrong way. He's going to go back to midfield before being brought down. And look at all the white jerseys around him. Wow.
Let me see. We got Ethan Reeves with the tackle, but Campos is there, Apodaca, Venture.
13-yard loss on that, back to the 39-yard line. It'll be a second down and 33. And these all the way down. Or actually 23, I'm sorry. 23 to go. Yeah, he's going the wrong way. Just getting back. It looks like Hamilton still stays in quarterback, stays in the pocket, and then comes out of it, and there's Tigers all over, and they'll bring him back in Tiger territory at the 43-yard line, and that's going to be a loss of 8 yards, so now a third down and 31 to go for a first down.
Esquives brought him down for a big loss. Max Alvarez was also there. Make sure he didn't get away. Roger Ray just checked in. He said he's listening in from work. Said he sure misses hearing his son's name. So, Roger Ethan took over that number. Doing a good job with it.
And wearing it well.
Wearing it well. Big shoes to fill, and he's doing a good job. Sure missed seeing Zach up there.
Yeah. Zach playing at Adams State, too.
Yes.
Going to be a pitch around the near side to Chambers, and Chambers going to hit the line of scrimmage and a fumble.
He got it back.
I think he got it back. He may have gotten it back. Yeah, but just got back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be a fourth down and long.
Instead of falling on it, the Tiger player tried to pick it up. We got a fourth in about a long yard, huh?
Chambers, no gain on that. So Chambers on the carry, so it'll be a fourth down and 31 or so.
1 or 2, 31.
From the 43.
Yep.
Chambers.
Got Robus standing about the 25.
Here's the punt. Going to be with the wind to his back. Going to go way back, and Robles will fair catch it at the 21-yard line. That's where the Tigers will take over possession. First and 10. They'll be at their own 21.
I didn't see him fair catch, but
Yeah.
the way he twisted.
He just moved his hand one time. Usually go back and forth and wave, and it's just like a one-time thing. And they're going to need to work with him on that, because if the referee doesn't see that little one arm go up, it could be different.
Yeah, Cassetti used to do all that.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of neat with Seth Shaw and Zach Ray and Aiden Shields all playing at Adams State.
Yeah.
Alamosa, Colorado, isn't it?
Alamosa.
Yeah. And they've got a inter-squad scrimmage tomorrow. I was talking to Corey Shields last night on Aiden. He says he's been trying to work through an injury right now, but is expected to play tomorrow. Hope the best for him. Great ball player for Imperial.
We got Zach Ray in the backfield off the quarterback. How's for Roger?
There you go. His handoff to Ethan Reeves, and he'll get just a yard on that and get stacked up. It'll be a 2nd down and 9.
How for you, Roger?
Yeah, that's right. For old time's
one
sake.
more time, yeah.
The 1 yard gain on that, and for Reeves, that gives him 42 yards on 5 carries.
He stays in the backfield with Ayala.
Two wide receivers to the left side for the Tigers, one to the right, and back to pass. Looking over the middle as a receiver. Oh, incomplete. Just off the hands of Jared Nixon.
I don't know who's defender. It's number
Colin Dill's back there also. Chambers and Colin Dill back defensively. It'll be a 3rd down and 9 from the 22 for the Tigers.
Good job. Chambers stayed right with
Jared Nixon, and just as soon as it touched Jared's hands, they knocked him loose. Yeah. So it was good defensive.
Giving up a few inches, but he recovered well. Got a timeout, Tigers.
Timeout, Tigers.
With 8:40
remaining in the ball game. It's 7-7 here at West Hills.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada, fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Highland in El Centro.
3rd and 9 for the Tigers from their own 22-yard line. West Hills crowd getting into it right now, trying to put a stop to Imperial on this drive. Back to pass Ayala. Stumbles over to his left side, gets away from one tackler. Has 2 more coming up still, and his feet goes back to the 7-yard line, and then comes out to the right side. Straight arms one West Hills player, and then will be brought down at the 28, well short of the 1st down. And the Tigers had to punt against the wind from their own, what are they going to say, 26-yard line?
Why did they stop the clock?
Yeah, I'm not sure. He didn't go out of bounds.
I don't see a flag.
The referees are talking together. Yeah, I don't see a flag either, but one referee is coming over to talk to Wolfpack head coach Casey Ash. So there is some sort of a flag, although I don't see it.
I don't see it.
Yeah. Maybe it's in front of...
Oh, there it is. There it is. About the 14-yard line on the far...
Oh, I see it now, yeah.
Yeah, he scrambled all over the place. There's got to be a hold somewhere.
Yeah, be a hold. So do you take it or decline? I think it's going to be... I'm not sure what that...
Blindside block.
Blindside block. So that's going to move it back.
Blindside block. Huh.
It'll remain 3rd down, but it's going to bring the ball all the way back to the 8-yard line. So 3rd down and 23 from the 8.
Yeah, we should. I don't remember the receiver here about the 35-40. I wish you would have come back to help him.
Yeah, it seemed like he was kind of on his own when he got in the open field.
They were too far away to throw. And then against the wind, too.
Wilson and Dixon will go wide to the right. Viacopoulos in the slot. Gio Robles wide left. And back to passes Ayala. Sets up. Going to go deep for Robles.
Got him.
Got him. Because he's in bounds. No, they're going to say out of bounds. He jumped up and slid and went out of bounds. It'll be no good. And the Tigers will have to punt it, and they'll be from their own end zone to do it.
He's staying down. Oh, he's got a cramp. Pulling on his toes.
So 4th and 23 for the Tigers from the 8. Wow, if he wasn't so close to the sideline, that would have been completed. But a great catch and pass.
He came back. He came back and got that.
Tigers are just 1 for 3 passing in the second half. And now we're going to have to punt against the wind. And Robles will be doing the punting as he does the extra points, kickoffs, and punts. And he'll be inside of his end zone when he gets the ball off. He does so. It's a lone line driver, but a good one.
Nice.
Going to go to the 45-yard line. Tigers will trip the receiver. Chambers up inside the 40. And they're going to put it at the 37. Great field position for West Hills. 1st and 10 from the Tiger 37-yard line with 7:44 to go in the ballgame.
Jaden Lopez able to go by and trip him up.
We'll see what the Tigers defense, who did so well in the first half, see if they can rebound and find some of that magic here on this drive. It's starting out from the Tiger 36.
That last drive, the Wolfpack looked good, and then the last 2 plays, the Tigers drove it back probably 20, 25 yards.
And goes in motion, and it comes back. And the quarterback, Ayersman, also steps up. Looks like he's throwing an audible out there. Change things up. And goes back in motion to the right, gets the pitch, rolling around the right side, gets away from one tackler, gets away from the second, but a third one's going to get him at the 30-yard line. But coming up with a nice gain for West Hills is Jason DeWitt, who hasn't carried the ball since early in the ball game.
Yeah, he started in motion. They stopped it. They audible, and he yelled right at him, the quarterback did, and they still gave it to him.
It's going to be about a 7-yard gain to the 30. So 2nd down and 3 from the 30-yard line for West Hills. 7 minutes remaining in the ball game. We got a tied score, 7-7.
Got to stop him right here.
Calderon, the lone running back. Colin Dill has scored the touchdown earlier for West Hills, is on the slot left. And they're moving everybody all over.
They're on left. Yeah, they were left.
Yep. And comes in motion to the left. Handoff goes up the middle to Calderon, bounces off the initial line, and then going to be brought down around the line of scrimmage for no gain, and it will be a 3rd down and 3 from the 30.
One of the linemen had him. He bounced it, or got away from him and bounced it out to the right. J.J. Jimenez brought it down. That was a good run by that middle running back.
-6 net yards for Calderon on 9 carries. But he does have a long pass reception that went 28 yards that helped on that drive for their score. 6 minutes to go in the game, and they're using up a lot of clock, George. A lot of clock.
All we need is one pass to Gio or Nixon, and we're done. This hasn't happened yet.
Back to pass. Ayersman throws out in the flat. Going to complete it. Good
Great
catch.
catch.
Great job of catching the ball.
JJ. I thought JJ picked that.
Was Chambers. Wow, what a great catch.
I thought for sure Jimenez had that with pick.
It's only going to be worth a yard on that. So, 4th and 2, 3:29,
2, 3. Okay, one stop right now.
Has to be big. 4th
One
down.
stop right now, and then we get the ball.
2.5 yards or so to go. Ayersman stays in a quarterback. Calderon stays in a lone running back. They'll go under center. Trying to get the Tigers to jump outside. They're not biting at all.
Timeout.
And the timeout's going to be called by the Wolfpack. 5:45 to go in the game. Tiger 7 and Wolfpack 7.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4440 for your takeout.
Dan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Dan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Dan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Over the Tigers. The Tigers have a little less than 2 minutes to get down to try to tie this one up. Wachowski, who kicked the extra point, will be in for the kickoff now with the wind to his back. And he'll kick a high one that will go deep back to the 3-yard line. It's bounced off the ground, will be picked up and brought out to the 20-yard line and tripped up there at that point. The Tigers will have the ball first and 10 for their own 20 with 1:46 remaining in the ball game. With some power go out on top of the roof. Not sure exactly what happened with that. George, you want to call that number? Gabe, I will hang up. Moving things around, it's going to be a penalty going against West Hills, and it will bring the ball out to the 35-yard line. So the Tigers will have the ball first and 10 from their own 35 with 1:37 to go in the game.
Got to apologize. The power got kicked off over on the far end of the...
Back to pass Ayala. We'll pass it off, completed to Jared Nixon, goes out of bounds quickly at the 42-yard line with 1:32 to go, and that'll be a gain of 6 yards on the play. Apologize, we weren't able to see who scored their winning touchdown as we were both trying to get us back on the air as quick as we could.
Yeah, somebody stepped on the power over there and knocked it out.
Okay. We're on top of the
and then we can't see. And we can't see up here in the dark.
Yeah, well, and it's dark. We're able to see the light from the field, and it's very dark. And then there's 5 guys over in one corner, and that's where our power outlet was. And apparently something got kicked, and that knocked us out. 2nd down and 4. Ayala back to pass. Penalty flag goes down. may have had some motion against the Tigers, and that will be the case.
Yep.
So that'll bring that gain of 6 back to just 1. So it'll be a second down and 9 from the 36-yard line.
1:31 to go.
Tigers not out of this.
No.
Not enough time to move the ball down the field. Ayala goes back to pass, sets up. We'll look over to the side, has a receiver, outthrows just a bit out of reach for Wilson. And it'll be a third down now and 9.
I like the last completion they had off to the sideline.
Right, on the far side.
Nixon goes out, pump to him, and let Robles keep going up the field because the 3 defenders went at Nixon.
Right, Nixon
as soon as he broke out.
Right. The Tigers will have 2 wide receivers each side of the field, and Ayala in the backfield at quarterback. Hands it off up the middle to Reeves, and Reeves, not sure on that. Only going to get a couple of yards out of it. It's a 4th down and 7, and the Tigers will have to use their last timeout with 1:19 to go with the score, West Hills 14 and Imperial 7.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburgers. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IBC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
So this is a ball game here, 4th down and 7 for the Tigers from their own 38-yard line. They've got to get a first down on this play, or it's West Hills ball game. Back to pass, Ayala rolling out to his right, has heavy rush from the backside, gets away from him, looks down deep. A hold down deep, and nothing was called. Gio Robles going to catch it at the 21-yard line. After getting away with a hold, West Hills got away with a big-time hold back in the defensive backfield.
I didn't see that.
But Robles is going to get the catch, will go out of bounds, and will stop the clock with 1:08 to go.
He's down. He's staying down. He got a cramp. He was fighting a cramp earlier.
17, 27, 37, 47-yarder on that.
Did you see? Did you see what Ayala did? No. Burt Reynolds. Go deep.
I know he did.
He rolled and he tell him go deep.
He rolled out to his right. He got backside pressure, and when he rolled back over to his left with his left arm, he's going, go deep, go deep. And Gio was trying to, but the defensive back had a hold of him. And then Gio got loose from him. The ball got to him, and I think the cramps have rolled up on him again in the far sideline, and that's what stopped the clock now with 1:08 to go. But the Tigers with new life with 1st and 10 from the West Hills 21-yard line.
There's 2 players. 1 rep on them. Why does he not throw a flag?
I don't know, because you could plainly see that the safety had a hold of Gio when he tried to roll from one side to go to the other.
I thought you were talking about there was a hold here.
Not deep, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, once I saw Ayala was looking deep, I thought, all right, who's he looking deep for? And I see Gio back there. So at the 21-yard line now, and the Tigers have the ball 1st and 10. Trailing West Hills 14-7.
We have no idea how they scored over there.
Yeah, it was a running play, but I don't know who it was that ran it in. We were both trying to get it.
And everybody's screaming and yelling.
Right.
And I can't see anything in the dark.
It's very dark.
I can't see anything in the daylight either.
1st and 10 from the 21 for Imperial.
Here we go. Come on.
That long 47-yarder to keep this game going for the Tigers. 1:08 to go. Ayala quarterback. Go back to pass. Sets up. Going to look into the end zone. Throws it deep for Jared Nixon. Incomplete. Look, bounced in and out of his hands but good pressure by Chambers defensively for West Hills. It'll be a 2nd down and 10.
I wish Jared would have come back for that.
Got it up in the air.
He's got a whole foot on that kid.
Yeah. Get it up in the air, and Jared can jump up and get it.
He did a good job on one-on-one.
Yep,
Stayed
sure
right
did.
with Jared.
Yep, he did. So 1:01 to go. Tigers trail by 7. 2nd down and 10 for the 21. Quick pass over the middle.
Oh.
No one's looking for it. Well, via Campos.
Yeah.
Went one direction.
Well, he could have hit number 2 in the back.
Right, and then go in the other direction for the Tigers, Jaden Lopez. And it went in between both, and neither one thought the ball was coming yet.
Yeah, neither one turned back.
Right.
They make their cuts and never look back.
So it'll be a 3rd down and 10 from the 21.
Either one of those catches that ball, they might be in.
Yeah, they were both open.
Yeah.
58.6 seconds remaining here on the west side of Santee. West Hills High School leading Imperial 14-7 for the Tigers with a 3rd down and 10 for the West Hills 21. Ayala goes back to pass. Sets up, looks downfield, now looks into the end zone. It's almost intercepted. Via Campos was the intended receiver.
He did a good job to
tipping it away. That looked like it was going to be an interception. The end zone falls incomplete. And the Tigers come down to one final play again on this drive with a 4th down and 10 from the 21.
I'm on Tigers.
52.6 seconds remaining in the ball game, and West Hills leading at 14-7. We'll be back.
El Zarape restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes with nothing but fresh ingredients. El Zarape restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. There are 17 different burritos. El Zarape restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposal, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Ayala back to pass, has to roll around, looks deep, can't going to find it, and here comes West Hills defenders are going to bring it down. And West Hills,
great coverage by the TV.
Yeah, you got to give them props on that.
Nowhere to throw.
Nobody was open for the Tigers, and Ayala's tackled to the 20-yard line for a gain of 1, but the Tigers have run out of downs, and West Hills will have the football 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Final score, Holville 22, Southwest 0. That's the final. We'll be in Holville against the Vikings next Friday night.
.1 in the game.
Both teams that we're seeing tonight are both in Division III of San Diego section. So it'd be a big win for either school to get a divisional victory. And a timeout called by West Hills with 45.1 seconds to go, and they have a 14-7 lead.
The Imperial Tiger Football Association was started years ago to help the football team with much-needed equipment and sending players to special training. Through their fundraising efforts, the Imperial Tiger Association is proud of what they have accomplished and what they will continue to do in the future. They are always looking for new members. You can call Victor at 760-960-6317. That's 960-6317 if you're interested in helping out. Go Tigers!
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada, fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
Well, Hills just take the knee. And a wise move by their head coach, Casey Ash, to get the players calmed down. Just want to take a knee. You don't want to do anything silly, and that's exactly what they did, and the clock will run out. And West Hills will come back for the second time in 3 years, trailing 7-0 at a half. This time they come back with a 14-7 win and a 21-7 win 2 years ago after trailing at the half. And they come back to beat the Tigers in the opening game of this 2023 season. We'll wrap up the Tiger side. We do not know who scored the winning touchdown, as we were trying to see why we went off the air. That was an electrical issue that was up on top of the press box, so we weren't able to do it. In fact, if you want to find out, George, see who scored the winning touchdown for him, I'll give you the stats for Imperial. For quarterback Jaden Ayala, he completed 11 of 24 passes for 125 yards. Of those, Jared Nixon had 4 catches for 30 yards. Gio Robles would have 3, 4, 5 catches, and it would be for 50, 60, 70 yards. And Diego Calderon, okay, Diego Calderon scored the winning touchdown, so we'll get that for you in a minute. So the accomplice would have a couple of catches in the game. They would total up 26 yards. And so the Tigers would complete 11 of 24 for 125 yards, and then rushing 75 yards, 44 by Ethan Reeves, but 39 of that was on one play. That was in 6 carries, 44 yards. J.J. Jimenez would get 7 carries, 25 yards. Doremi would get 1 for 1 yard. Jaden Ayala, 5 for 0 yards. And then Andres Castro, 2 rushes for 5 yards. So 200 yards of offense for the Tigers. And there were 4 quarterbacks that passed in this game for West Hills. And of those, the most successful was Alistair Ayersman, who completed all 7 of his passes for 56 yards. And of that, 50 of it was in the second half. Joseph Hamilton would complete 2 of 3 passes for 27 yards. And Cameron Bishop, 1 pass that was completed for 5 yards. The 1 touchdown by West Hills in the third quarter was a 12-yard run by Colin Dill on their opening drive of the second half to win 9 plays and 80 yards. Their second touchdown would come with less than 2 minutes to go, and that was by their running back, Diego Calderon, who before that had a net of minus 6 yards and 9 carries, and then was able to get about a 9-yard run for the winning touchdown. Rushing for West Hills, however, they would have 71, 86, 95. They had about 104 yards of rushing in this ball game. But what a heartbreaker for the Tigers, who led it at the half 7-0, and then would come out on the short end of a 14-7 game. But you really have to tip your cap to the coaching staff of the players of this West Hills team to come back and really not move the football in the first half, but find something in the second half to get things rolling. Yeah, and it worked.
Great job by the coaching staff.
Yep, they did a great job of that. We'll take a look at the defensive stats that you have for us as our post-game show continues in just a moment.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial is serving the best Japanese cuisine in the Imperial Valley. Kxo Sushi offers you 50 different sushi rolls, plus beer, wine, and sake. And they also have teriyaki chicken or beef, rice and noodles. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. They're open daily from 11 a.m. till 9 p.m. Kxo Sushi also caters and welcomes big groups anytime. Call 760-355-4440. That's 355-4444. Your takeout.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Dan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Dan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Dan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Final score here in Santee. The West Hills Wolfpack come from a 7-0 halftime deficit to defeat the Tigers of Imperial High, 14-7. And you get some defensive stats for us, George?
Yes, we sure do. Like I said, the first half, the linebacker did an excellent job for the Tigers. Ethan Reeves ended up with 5. J.J. Jimenez with 4. Bozin and Danny Esquivel also with 4. Max Alvarez on the line. Levi Mincher and Darian Romo each with 3. And then 2 for Brandon Felix from the safety position. 2 for Joel Villacampos. And then 1 each for Jose Apodaca, nose guard Aaron Ardiste. And one more, Jaden Lopez. Ended up with 1 tackle.
Sure. It was a game of 2 halves. The first half was all Tigers. The second half was all West Hills.
If we get that must field goal, different game.
Exactly. Yeah, you're right. There was a field goal attempt, and it looked to me like his cleat may have hit the turf, and the ball never got up, and it just kind of went toward the line, and then it kicked out to the outside, and quickly picked up by Joseph Hamilton, who was the holder, and then he ran out to the left side, got the first down to the 5, and then it was punched in by Diego Calderon of a 5-yarder, and that was the difference of the ball game, making it 14-7. And now in 5 meetings between the 2 schools, West Hills holds a 3-2 lead on that.
And I thought we were going to put up a lot of points tonight.
I did too. You know, that was the thing is I thought
complete half of those that were overthrown. I think we're in good shape.
Yep.
It might be a different game.
Yep.
But that hurt. All those overthrows.
Yeah, that's one thing that will need to be worked on this week. And but then you also got out to look at the Tigers had a 4th down and 9 back here, and throw the bomb to Gio Robles to keep the ball game going, and worked all the way down to the 20-yard line, and then that's where it stalled out from there. So they didn't just roll over and die. The Tigers hung in there to try to get something going at the end of that, but just came up a little bit short in the end. Next week we'll be at Hoville as the Tigers face an old rival in the Vikings, and we'll be on the air at 6:45, game time at 7 o'clock. And then our first home opener will be in 2 weeks from tonight against Cibola. Yeah. So a couple of away games before the Tigers can play at home, and school starts on Monday.
Yes.
For them, so.
We get a break. We finally get a break.
You know what?
All we do is babysit.
We do. Yeah. I always remember starting on the day after Labor Day. It was easy to remember. Instead, it's like you never know when it's going to be.
Some people started on the 10th.
Right. So everything changed, and now it's going to be on Monday. So we want to thank all of our sponsors for being with us, for Brickhouse Deli, for the Imperial Quarterback Club. We want to thank Broken Yoke Cafe, Dual Enrollment at IVC. We want to thank them, and El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial. For Roto-Rooter for being with us again this season. For Johnny's Burritos, our thanks to Imperial Tiger Football Association. For K Sushi, Southwest Security, and Stan's Auto Body. We thank them for being back with us again this year.
And Kurt and Gabe back to the studio.
Yep, Kurt, we thank you for the updated scores. Gabe for hanging with us on that and letting us know that we were off, because we don't know that we're off because we can't. We hear ourselves, but we don't know whether we're actually going over the air or not. And we apologize for an electrical issue that took our cell phone out.
And my sister changed channels on
that.
That's
what it
she
was.
could have told us.
That was it.
We'll
right there.
Blame her for this.
Yep, she changed channels. If she would have stayed on the channel, we'd have been okay.
Down.
It didn't happen, and the Tiger victory didn't happen.
Yeah.
Lay it on her.
Yeah.
But the final score here as we wrap it up, George, is the final score, West Hills 14, Imperial 7. Tigers look for their first victory next Friday night against an old rival, the Hoville Vikings. We'll be on at 6:45, so join us. So for George Grijalva, I'm Micky signing off.
Thank you for listening in, everybody.
Santee, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you. Good night.